one of my favorite methods is to solve by completing the square, other than using the calculator. Steps, as always look to find if there's a greatest common factor. If there is, it makes your life a lot easier. Make sure the leading coefficient, that is the constant or the number in front of A, is a 1. If it's not a 1, don't use this method, because you're going to have fractional parts and then you're going to square fractional parts. It's just not the easiest way to do it. Move constant to the other side away from the variable. I'm going to take half of the middle term, then I'm going to square it, add it to both sides, and then factor and solve for x. I think you remember doing that. I use some different words, I guess, than other people use, but let's see what that looks like here. So, some of these I can use the calculator for, but I really want you to do this. So the first thing I said was, I'm going to get this constant to that side. So I use the inverse operations. I add 36 to both sides. X squared minus 8x. Now, if you remember, I called this a mystical box, because I'm going to add some number to this, because what I'm trying to do is make a perfect square. So I've just manipulated it. Okay. I'm going to add something to that. And where I find this number that goes down here, I take this number right here and divide it by 2. I take half of it. Well, half of negative 8 is negative 4. I square negative 4. Negative 4 times negative 4 is positive 16. Well, since I added 16 to that side, I have to add 16 to that side to balance it out. Add these together. 36 and 16, 36 and 10 is 46, and 6 is 52. 52. Now I just solve by taking the square roots of both sides. Take the square to this side, take the square to that side. Let me confirm the square root of 52. Can I rewrite 52 as any numbers? Sure can. It's 4 times 13. X minus 4 equals plus or minus. The square root of 52, what I was saying was that's the same thing as 4 times 13. Right? 40, 52. I don't know the square root of 13 because that's a prime number. I do know the square root of 4, though, is 2. So this is 2 square roots of 13. Now to solve this, I add 4 to both sides. Be careful, be careful. This becomes a 0 pair. I cannot add this 4 with that 2, even though some of you want to do that. That's an apple and that's a banana. It's 4 plus or minus 2 square roots of 13. And that is the perfect answer. Let's see. Oh, let's look at this other one here. Because if you go through our process, first thing we always do on all of these is to see what? Yes, that's correct. We look to see if we can factor anything out. And I know that there's a number that goes into 3, 12, and negative 6. Yes, it is. I divide everything here by 3. X squared plus 4 minus 2 equals 0. Divided that by 3 and got a 1. Divided that by 3 and I got a 4. Divided that by 3 and I got negative 2. Now I can complete the square from this. I'm going to add 2 to both sides. X squared plus 4 plus my mystical box equals 2 plus my mystical box. I do take half of this one. Half of b, half of 4 is 2. 2 squared, 2 times 2 is 4. So I added 4 to that side, I got to add 4 to that side. 2 and 4 is 6. Now I just take the square roots of both sides, and the square root of all this, square root of anything, squared is just that thing, and I have 2 answers. Plus or minus the square root of 6. 6 is as simple as it goes. I use my algebra skills. Subtract 2 from both sides. X equals negative 2 plus or minus square roots of 6. And that is how we solve by completing a square.